So when I saw this clip of Baker Mayfield from his rookie minicamp, he was a walk-on, by the way, if you didn't know. What really intrigued me was this second throw right here, especially what he does with his lower body. You can see he's in a really wide base right now, and he's kind of always done that, at least since I've been paying attention to him for the last year or so. But check out this front foot and what this front foot has to do from this really wide base. You can see it, he pulls it back a little bit. It's a negative stride if you want to call it that, but a lot of really solid things happen after that. You could see that his hips turn pretty well, and then that front foot really stays connected well to the ground. All those cleats are staying in the ground as he rotates through. And then that back toe staying connected to the ground really keeps him back and vertical. So here's my quarterback at Hebron Christian Academy. Name's Colton, rising sophomore, class of 2021. Since we started working together, really haven't had to do too much with the upper body. Really it was the lower body that we're trying to get more efficient. And the key to that has been just getting a little less lateral and more rotational. Notice the white line that he's straddling right here. As his front leg goes toward the target and really opens up on its own, we're trying to get out of that and make the front foot get out of the way from the rotation of the back hip. But one thing we have improved on is keeping the back foot lower through it. Used to kick up a little bit more, but you can see it still gets in front of the front foot, over rotating, and you just see how far ahead of the white line he is now. Really been working on trying to stay more back and rotate behind that front knee instead of getting on top of it. So after I showed Colton that video on my phone, I got him in a really wide base right here, and I just told him to kind of recreate what Mayfield did, and he did a good job of it. You can see the front foot is going to pull back in that negative stride, and then as that foot pulls back, the front hip is going to pull back, and that's really going to support those hips really staying back and rotating. And so you can see here, as he rotates much better, he stays on that white line. He's not getting 3 feet in front of that white line like he did in the first throw. And he just stays right on top of that line and just has that really good pure rotation. Pure rotation has been my key word lately. Staying back to rotate really well instead of rotating as you're moving laterally. And we're overdoing this a little bit. This back toe can absolutely drag slightly toward the target like Mayfield did, getting those knees even a little bit. But we're really overdoing it to really ingrain that staying back and turning. So now I've just got him in a normal base, told him to make normal throws, just trying to feel and recreate what he felt with the extremely wide base. And you see his feet are a little farther apart than they were in the first video, which makes sense. But now seems like a great time to warn you that just like almost every other drill you've ever seen, you don't want to overdo this. You just get them to feel. We probably made 10 throws. Get them to feel what you want them to feel, and then try to get them to recreate it in normal throw with drops and everything after that. So you can see, I feel like it's transferred really well. The front leg's not moving nearly as much laterally to the target. The hips are rotating a little bit better. And as he comes through, you can see he stays back. He's only about a foot in front of the white line now instead of 3 feet. And that back foot and back leg are staying back much better. Really like this drill for guys that need to stay back behind and rotate, pure rotation. Love that word. Probably not going to call it the Baker Mayfield drill, though, because naming drills after guys is kind of dumb.